Welcome to Inside British Royals. This is your exclusive look inside the world's most famous family. We are exploring the scandals, secrets, and power plays that define the modern monarchy. If you are new here, please do well to hit that subscribe button for more updates. An early morning raid. Unmarked police cars rolling down the quiet roads of the Sandringham estate. On the morning of his 66th birthday, the man once known as Prince Andrew was arrested. This made him the most senior royal in living memory to be taken into police custody, where he was questioned for nearly 11 hours on suspicion of misconduct in public office. As the world watched the final, spectacular collapse of his public life, his daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, were caught in the crossfire of a scandal they didn't create. And now, a bombshell rumor has surfaced, claiming an unexpected lifeline has been thrown from across the Atlantic. Prince Harry has reportedly offered them a sanctuary, a safe haven in his new American life. So, the question is this a genuine attempt to mend broken family ties, or is it the ultimate betrayal of the crown? The arrest on February 19, 2026, felt both sudden and years in the making. It started just after 8 a.m. when plainclothes officers arrived at Wood Farm, the modest home on the King's Sandringham estate where Andrew had been living since being pushed out of Royal Lodge. He was taken to a police station in Norfolk for questioning, while police simultaneously searched the farm and his former 30-room mansion in Windsor. He was released late that evening, still under investigation but not yet charged. The legal charge wasn't tied to the disturbing, long-standing allegations of sexual assault, which he has always denied. Instead, the arrest was for misconduct in public office, an old but serious offense that could carry a life sentence. The investigation is focused on claims that during his time as the UK's Special Representative for International Trade, Andrew passed confidential government documents to the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Just weeks before the arrest, newly released documents appeared to show Andrew had forwarded sensitive reports from official trade trips to places like Singapore, Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Afghanistan, directly to Epstein. This raised an explosive question. Did a prince of the United Kingdom abuse his public role to help a disgraced financier? For the royal family, the arrest was a catastrophe. As the news broke, King Charles issued a rare, direct statement. He spoke of his concern, but was perfectly clear on the main point, stating, "I have learned with the deepest concern of the arrest. It is essential that the subsequent investigation and any legal proceedings are allowed to follow a full, fair, and proper process, not only for the sake of justice, but also for the reputation of the monarchy." That statement, signed Charles R., was a clear signal. The monarchy would not interfere. But this was just the final chapter in a long, calculated fall from grace. After his disastrous 2019 BBC interview and the multi-million-pound settlement with accuser Virginia Giuffre, King Charles had already taken action. Andrew was stripped of his military titles and royal patronages. He could no longer use his Royal Highness. He was moved out of his grand home, his allowance was cut, and his taxpayer-funded security was removed. He was a prince in name only, and the arrest just made his new reality terrifyingly official. Caught in the middle of this hurricane are two women who have done nothing wrong: Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. For years, they've walked a tightrope, balancing love for their father with their duty to the family. Now, that tightrope has snapped. While they aren't working royals, they're still in the line of succession, and their public lives are tied to the institution. The pressure on them is coming from all sides. Personally, they have to deal with the agony of seeing their father publicly disgraced. Sources close to the princesses are claiming they are heartbroken. Then there's the professional fallout. Royal watchers are speculating they may now need to disappear from royal life, as charities might distance themselves from anyone connected to the scandal. Their relationships within the family are also reportedly under immense strain. The bond with their cousin, Prince William, is said to have become difficult, as William has long been seen as pushing for a harder line against Andrew. This puts the sisters in an impossible spot, stuck between their father and the future king. And then there's the financial reality. With their father's income and reputation gone, the security the York family once had has vanished. This isn't just a public crisis for them. It's a deeply personal one affecting their own young families. As one source put it, they have young children, and this is their grandfather. Their focus is on protecting their own children from this. All of this creates a desperate need for a refuge, a place to escape the media and the cold judgment of the public. And that's when the most explosive royal rumor in years dropped. Multiple tabloids began reporting that Prince Harry reached out to his cousins and offered them a place to stay at his and Meghan Markle's home in Montecito. A source, quoted in the Mail on Sunday, claimed Harry told them he knows what it's like to be at the wrong end of the institution and extended an open invite. Now, let's be crystal clear. This is an unconfirmed rumor. No major news organization has verified it. But the very idea of it is powerful and forces us to ask, what's really going on here? On one hand, you could see this as a simple olive branch. Harry has always been close with Beatrice and Eugenie. They were friends long before Meghan, and they understand what it's like to be a royal spare. Eugenie has even visited Harry in California. From this angle, the offer is a genuine act of compassion from a cousin who knows exactly how it feels to be trapped and scrutinized. He created his own escape, and now he might be offering them the same. But there's a much more cynical way to read this, as the ultimate betrayal. By aligning with the daughters of the disgraced Duke, Harry could be seen as siding with the outcasts. This wouldn't be an olive branch to his family, but a strategic move against the crown. It creates a narrative of two royal courts, the official, rigid monarchy in the UK and a rival court of exiles in California. By offering sanctuary, is Harry just helping his cousins, or is he recruiting them? Some reports even speculate that Harry and Meghan have offered to connect the prince. Is it a heartfelt offer from a loving cousin? Or is it a calculated power play? Whether it's true or not, the rumor alone exposes the deep fractures within the House of Windsor. For Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, this moment is a defining crossroads. They seem to have two choices, and each one could change their lives forever. The first option? Stay quiet and stay loyal. They could remain in the UK, create some public distance from their father, and reaffirm their allegiance to the king. This would mean weathering the storm from inside the palace walls, hoping that time and their own good behavior will eventually separate them from the scandal. It's the traditional, conservative choice, the path of survival. It might mean a smaller role for them, but it would secure their place within the institution. The second option is far more radical. Take the rumored offer. Packing their bags for Montecito, even for a short time, would be a public earthquake. It would be seen as a rejection of the king's authority and an endorsement of Harry's new life. The media firestorm would be unstoppable. They'd be choosing a side in the royal civil war, likely causing a permanent break with senior royals. It would be a gamble for personal freedom, but it could cost them their institutional belonging. The arrest of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor isn't just about one man's downfall. It's a crisis that's forcing every royal to decide where their loyalties truly lie. His daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, are now standing at the epicenter of that earthquake, facing an impossible choice. So what do you think they should do? Should they stick it out in the UK and remain loyal to the crown? Or should they accept the rumored sanctuary in California and break free? And what does this explosive rumor, fact or fiction, tell us about the future of the British monarchy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And for more deep dives into the stories shaking up the royal family, don't forget to subscribe.